lots of trees. Not used to that. I'm used to a lot of cactus. So I'm here in Colorado Springs for a week, here on a work trip, and then my family's gonna fly out here, so I'm gonna spend a couple days, and I'm pretty excited to be here. We've both been looking forward to check out Colorado Springs for a while, so yeah, pretty excited. So I started YouTube for all the wrong reasons. When I first started on YouTube, I was pretty much just inspired by another YouTuber who was making gaming content that I enjoyed. And I'm like, I can do that. So that's why I started. I've been trying to get to start running every day. First of all, I hate running, but I'm slowly starting to fall in love with it. And it's mostly like the whole going out there running with just being by myself and being inside my head, and just so much like thoughts, so many thoughts that go through my mind, a lot of self-awareness. Try to practice affirmations every day. So it's growing on me, that's for sure. It's growing on me. So here are some of my favorite things that I learned from my journey being on YouTube, and maybe it will motivate you to start your YouTube channel as well. One of the big things is that I learned so much, not only about the platform and the algorithm and how to grow on YouTube and all that stuff, but then also like the video editing, which was something that I've always wanted to like get into, but it didn't have like a project or anything like that. So YouTube just got me to know how to cut, edit, know what color grading is, and also audio levels and all that stuff. I've had obviously some experience in editing audio, but then also like finding the right songs, the right music to go with the video, and there's so much more. Also Photoshop, and knowing like how to use layers in Photoshop to make the thumbnails and what makes a thumbnail stand out in comparison to something else. Yeah, so like a lot of skills have been learned from that. And then also marketing, like social media marketing, and knowing how to come up with a flow where you can repurpose your content and all that stuff. So all that like was a lot of learning that I had to do, and I feel like those are all good skills, because you can take those skills and, you know, find side gigs. So you can be a video editor, for example, whether you take that as a career or you do it on the side, do some freelancing, just a way to make a quick buck. Or you can be like a thumbnail designer, or, you know, like now that your Photoshop skills are getting so good, you know how to edit photos. And also I got into photography because of YouTube, just because I learned so much about cameras. That's another thing. Like I learned how to use a camera, knowing what an aperture is, knowing what a shutter speed is, and how to work with that, and how to shoot slow-mos. All those things, like I had to look up, had to figure out how to do for my videos, but then now they're skills that are good to have. And then, of course, because of people like Casey Neistat and everybody that vlogs, I fell in love with vlogging and just to document my life, to document my journey. Like when my wife and I decided to go through our adoption journey and adopt our son, I wanted to record those things. I wanted to document as much as possible my son's like early childhood, and even now, all the trips that we do in the RVs, because those are going to be great memories, great home videos that he can watch when he's older, and we still enjoy watching them as a family. Sometimes we just put it on the TV and we watch, and we're like, oh yeah, remember when we did this, and remember when we did that, we had so much fun over there. So documenting my journey has been not only beneficial to me and my family and being able to revisit those memories, but also wanting to inspire others, like documenting my music journey, for example, and how I started and all the things that I learned along the way, and just sharing that knowledge with the community, and just hearing the good feedback and people like, dude, thank you so much. I've been trying to figure out how to do this. I've been trying to figure out how to stream my DAW. All those things just it feels great, and it's a great way to not only for me but also to share my experiences with others, to inspire others as well. All right, so we're back in Phoenix. I'm not very thrilled. It's super hot over here. It's still like 105, 107. And I'm already missing Colorado Springs. Such a beautiful city. The weather is amazing. Like, I don't sweat over there, guys. I do not sweat. All right, so another benefit of having this YouTube channel is because I started vlogging, I started like noticing a lot about myself. It's kind of increased my self-awareness, whether it's the way how I talk or how I look at myself. Some vlogs are about things that I learned in my life, and it just helped me with self-awareness and where I can improve as a human being and as an individual. And along with that, I feel like my public speaking and speaking in front of a camera has improved a lot. I used to feel very awkward. And from there, because I kept practicing, I kept doing it more and more and more. Now, talking to a camera is like talking to a friend. I know, it's weird. I got issues. But no, seriously, like when I look at this lens right here and I'm talking, I'm not like thinking of a lens. I'm thinking about a friend. I'm thinking about one of the viewers that I connected with. I'm thinking about one of the creators that I connected with on YouTube. After a while, you get used to it. You talk to a camera like you're talking to a person. And from that, let me back up a little bit. When I said talking to creators, that's the other benefit, is that I made so many friends through YouTube. I made friends that, I talk to on a daily basis, that we're all in a Discord server together, learning from each other, hyping each other up, giving each other's ideas, improving each other's ideas. And on top of that, like if you go to Vid Summit or any of the other video conferences, it's a great way to meet them in person. And I still remember when I went to Vid Summit in California. Gosh, I can't remember how many years ago that was. But I met so many great creators that I just watched on YouTube. And from the comments, we connected and got onto Discord to the point where we talk all the time. And now I call them like literally my best friends because that's how close we are. Before YouTube, I had no interest in starting a business. And honestly, like my idea of a business was just like a brick and mortar business. Like if you go rent a place and you either have a restaurant or some kind of a shop selling products. But this content creation and being a content creator, after a while, I was like, oh my gosh, like people are actually making money from this. Oh, wait a second. They actually started a business out of this. So it really motivated me to like, okay, I'm going to turn this into a business, because like you started making money here and there, whether it's from your music or your YouTube ads, and sponsorships started happening. I wanted to separate all that stuff, all that money that's coming in, into away from my like personal income. It's better for taxes, and also it allowed me to now, because I have a business, I can like expense things under my business. So whether it's a new gear that I'm buying or a new camera or whatever it is, it helps me with the taxes and all that stuff to actually have a business. So because I decided to make a business, now I'm learning other things. I'm learning more about accounting, how
and how to track my expenses and stuff like that, learning more about taxes. So again, like if I did not start this YouTube channel, I would have never gone down this path and learn all the stuff about starting a business. And the last point I would say is pushing through doubt, because the YouTube journey is not easy. It's hard. People think like you just turn on a camera, you edit stuff up together, you put it online, and then next thing you know, you have million subscribers and making a bunch of money. It's not easy. Figuring out like what works on YouTube and what your audience is interested in, and how to get your channel more views, that's like a lot of work. And there's been so many times where my channel will be doing so well, lots of views, lots of traffic, lots of subscribers, but then like it dips again. And then when it dips again, it's like, okay, what do I need to change? What do I need to do more of in order for me to keep going? And then life stuff happens too, you know? Sometimes I have no time for making music or making YouTube videos. And you just be like, is this for me? Like, am I good at this? Like, should I just call it quits? So you start doubting yourself. And a lot of times you see other creators that start at the same time as you did. They have a similar kind of channel. I like start wheezing for a second. And then they like take off. And then you start the whole comparison game and you're like, you know, I'm not good at this. I'm not like them, whatever. So doubt does come, but all it takes sometimes is one good comment. You know, getting a comment like, dude, this video helped me out so much. Thank you so much for putting the work to make this video. Like those kind of comments are so motivating. So all it takes sometimes is one of those comments and you're like, wow, I actually made a difference in somebody's life. I'm actually made a difference in somebody's day-to-day challenges, right? Like they were able to overcome something because of my video. And those are great motivators. So YouTube, like honestly, it's up and down. But the more you do it, the more you get comfortable with it, the more you stay consistent, it treats you well. And I just mentioned all these benefits that I got from YouTube. So if you're not motivated by now, I don't know. Maybe YouTube is not for you.
Nice.